Welcome back to Berry Life, bringing you easy and delicious vegan and vegetarian recipes from around the world. On today's episode, we're making a vegan Panang Curry. It's a spicy and hearty dish full of tofu, mushrooms, and vegetables in a luxuriously velvety coconut milk-based spicy curry. During our travels, we stumbled across a small hole-in-the-wall restaurant that made one of the best Panang curries we've ever had. So of course we want to try to replicate that taste at home. We've tried several different ways, and this is the sure winner. The secret to making restaurant quality curry at home is the process. Ingredients will be the same, but the steps matter. So in this video, we'll break down the process step by step, so you too can make this delicious curry at home. The traditional version of this dish is made with chicken. However, to make it vegan, we'll use extra firm tofu. Using a press, we'll press the tofu for about 20 to 30 minutes to remove excess water. Tofu is one of those ingredients that's packed with nutrients and super fun to experiment with in the kitchen. At the Berry Kitchen, we try 1 to 2 new tofu recipes every week. So far, we've shared close to 20 plus tofu recipes on this channel and have about 60 to 70 more recipes in the works for the year ahead. Check out our recipe blog at berrylife.com or at the link above. By the way, just want to take a moment to thank you, our amazing viewers, for all the love and support and helpful feedback. It really helps us to learn and grow, and makes this journey all the more fun and interesting. We'll cut them into 1-inch cubes. This is a nice bite size. And remember, as we fry these, they'll get a little bit smaller. What kind of self-defense do vegans use? Tofu. Once cut, we'll place it into a bowl. But before we do that, I always like to add a little bit of cornstarch to the bottom. It helps prevent the tofu from sticking to the bowl. Then transfer in half of the pieces, followed by more cornstarch, and then the rest of the tofu, along with more cornstarch and seasoning. For seasoning, we're going to keep it simple. Salt and black pepper. And to help with the frying process, a spray of cooking oil. This will help get those crispy edges. Now, using a silicone spatula, we'll gently turn the tofu, being careful not to break any, before transferring them to a parchment-lined tray and spreading them out for even cooking. Then to the air fryer. We'll air fry for about 20 minutes at 350 to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the size of your air fryer, until they look something like this. That's GBD, golden brown and delicious. Along with the tofu, we'll also use these dehydrated shiitake mushrooms. We dehydrate these at home and store them in an airtight container, like a mason jar. We'll rehydrate them using hot water for about 20 minutes. An electric kettle really comes in handy at times like these. We love ours. We use it all the time. It's so convenient for heating up small amounts of water super fast and keeping it at a specific temperature. If you're interested in getting one, check out the link in the video description box below. Today we're also going to use some Shimeji mushrooms. Here we have white and brown Shimeji. We'll remove the woody end piece and separate them like this. That's it. Of all the Thai curries, this curry is our favorite. It's not just about the flavor and texture, but beautiful vibrant colors. For a pop of bright red, we'll add a red bell pepper. Using the cartwheel technique, we'll cut them into thin strips, and then in half to make them bite-sized. Feel free to replace this with any bell pepper, or even sweet peppers. As for the greens, we have a few, starting with snow peas. For these, we just like to cut off the woody ends. They're a bit chewy. And some broccoli. This isn't a traditional ingredient, but we like it. It's a good way to sneak in more vegetables into the dish. It really helps to bulk up the curry. You can also replace it with broccolini or Chinese broccoli, gailan. Next we have some mekarit lime leaves, sometimes referred to as kaffir lime leaves. Technically you can eat these, but I wouldn't recommend it. They're really chewy. We add them because they lend a wonderful citrusy fragrance to the dish. Panang Curry is part of Thai cuisine, but it may have its origins in the Malaysian island of Penang. The earliest mentions of Panang Curry appears to be in 1890, and Penang comes from the Malay word Penang, meaning grilled. This curry is ideally thick, sweet, and zesty, infused with mukrat lime flavor. This is one of the most popular curries around the world, because it's not too spicy, yet flexible to suit a variety of tastes. For an added burst of fragrance, we'll also add in some fresh Thai basil leaves. We'll leave these whole. These are completely edible. And continuing on the fragrant train, here we have some lemongrass. If you haven't used lemongrass before, the way to prepare it is smash the lemongrass with the back of the knife. It helps break apart the tough fibers. This helps release that wonderful flavor and fragrance. Then we'll chop them into smaller pieces. It has a very intense and beautiful aroma that just spreads throughout your kitchen. By now, the shiitake mushroom should be rehydrated. Let's take a look. For any of the mushrooms that were whole, we'll go ahead and slice them into slivers. That's it, our prep is done. Now we can cook. In a wok or a large pot over medium heat, we'll add in half of our coconut milk. We're actually going to make this recipe with 2 cans. Here we'll add 1 whole can and then bring it to a boil and allow the coconut milk to reduce and condense. Unlike the red curry, Panang Curry is supposed to be thick, so condensing the coconut milk is a critical step, not to be skipped. By condensing it, we're creating a creamy base for the curry and helping the coconut oil separate, so it can be infused with the flavors we'll be adding next. When the oil separates, it looks something like this. Now we'll add in our Panang Curry paste. This is the brand we like. It doesn't contain any non-vegan ingredients typically found in curry paste, like shrimp. If you'd like to make curry paste at home, we've included our recipe in the video description box below. At this point, you want to mix the curry paste in and allow it to cook until again the oil separates. This means the water is cooked out and the oil has saturated the ingredients, imparting those wonderful flavors to the oil. Now we'll add the lemongrass and the mukrat leaves and cook these for about 30 to 60 seconds. This will really help to intensify the bright citrusy flavors of the curry. Then go in with the shiitake mushrooms. We'll squeeze out the water and add them to the pot, saving the soaking liquid, which we'll add later. We're adding the shiitake mushrooms now because they'll absorb that curry flavor, and they're a little bit tougher, so they need a little bit more time to cook. Next, we'll add a tablespoon of palm sugar for a touch more sweetness beyond the coconut milk, and add in the rest of our unsweetened coconut milk. We like to use unsweetened coconut milk because we want to control the level of sweetness in the recipe. So with that, we have used 2 cans of coconut milk. One we condensed for the base, and the second one for the body. To season, we're using Golden Mountain seasoning sauce. It lends a more intense umami flavor. If you can't find this, replace it with soy sauce and a little bit of vegan fish sauce. Feel free to skip it if this isn't your flavor. Once all the flavors have combined, now we can add the remaining ingredients, starting with the Shimeji mushrooms. Since they're fresh, we only want to soften them a little, but not have them overly chewy. They'll absorb the excess liquid in the curry and help control the consistency. We'll also add some bamboo shoots. We get these in a can at the Asian grocery store, and just strain and rinse them before adding them to the pot. Next, we'll add our soaking liquid. The soaking liquid really comes in handy. It helps adjust the consistency of the curry without watering it down. And the air-fried tofu. The tofu also helps with the consistency by soaking up any additional liquid, becoming little flavor bombs. At this point, we're basically done with the curry. The only thing left to do is add the remaining vegetables, starting with the bell peppers. The peppers just need a little bit more time than the greens. And now the greens. We want to avoid overcooking the greens, so typically we only add them a minute, max 2, before turning off the heat. They'll actually continue to cook from the residual heat alone. We also had some bok choy in the refrigerator, so it's joining the green gang. And give it a little stir, just to coat the vegetables with the curry. That's it. Vegan Thai Panang Curry is done. Hope you enjoyed this video and are inspired to try this recipe after seeing how easy it is. If you want the full written recipe, check out the video description box below or visit us at berryberrylife.com to check out more curry recipes. Also be sure to subscribe as we upload recipes every week and you don't want to miss out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family so they too can make this mouth-watering curry. There you have it, vegan Thai Panang Curry. A taste of Thailand right in the comfort of your own kitchen. Thank you for watching. Enjoy!